Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GMB SHOW. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The Chase fans were left reeling as they tuned in to watch the ITV quiz show on Thursday afternoon and were given a rather surprising question about a wedding tradition. Viewers of the Chase were left confused during Thursday's March 13 episode when they encountered a puzzling question about wedding customs. Host Bradley Walsh welcomed 4 new contestants who were keen to take on the day's chaser, the formidable Anne Hegarty, aka the Governess. Bradley cheerfully introduced the quartet of contenders: Andrew from Oldham, Karen from Wickham, Ashley from Norfolk, and Sam from Leeds, all united in their quest to outsmart quiz mastermind Anne. Tension rose as a query regarding wedding traditions came up. Bradley asked, "In England, what is normally the earliest time of day a wedding ceremony can start in an Anglican church?" The choices presented were 8 a.m., 10 a.m., or 12 p.m. The contestant opted for 12 p.m., justifying their choice with, "Just because people need to get ready." However, the revelation that the correct answer was actually 8 a.m. sent shockwaves through the audience at home, reports The Mirror. Social media was abuzz with reactions, with one Twitter user posting, #ThatChaseBlimey, who gets married at 8 a.m. You'd have to be up in the middle of the night to get ready. The Chasers took on the formidable Anne Hegarty, aka the Governess, image, ITV. Another expressed their astonishment. How the **** are people supposed to be ready to get ready at 8 a.m.? #ThatChase. One more viewer shared their amazement, commenting, 8 a.m., never knew. Seems way too early #TheChase. And another echoed the sentiment. WTF would want to get married at 8 a.m. #TheChase. Also this week, fans were left bemused by an apparently ridiculous question about the Hollywood Walk of Fame that even chaser Jenny Ryan and viewers didn't know. Bradley put forward the stumper. As of 2023, what was the fee for having a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? The possible amounts were £750, £7,500, or an eye-watering £75,000. Susan, from Stoke-on-Trent, wasted no time going for the largest sum, assertively stating, "I'm going high. I think those people can afford it." Bradley voiced doubts, commenting, "I don't think it's that. I think it's B." Defying expectations, Susan's bold claim of £75,000 proved accurate. Walsh praised her. "Well played, one step closer from home," and disclosed that the chaser had aired alongside him, opting for the same mistaken choice. Yet, Susan held back from explaining how she landed on the correct answer. Last month, we reported fans were up in arms when one constant took a mind-blowing -14 offer when going up against the Vixen. 4 contestants joined host Bradley, hoping to win a significant cash prize. Nick, Bev, Neil, and Eleanor took on chaser Jenny Ryan. Anne had a rocky start when Eleanor didn't manage to beat the Vixen, despite her strong cash builder round of £6,000. Although Bev was up next and boldly took Jenny's high offer of £40,000, as Jenny looked shocked, stating, "She's a competitor, I'll give her that." The Chase has had its fair share of bizarre moments over the years, awkward blunders, tense standoffs, and cheeky jabs from host Bradley Walsh. But nothing prepared fans for the shock revelation that came during a recent episode, when a little-known wedding rule, casually dropped by a contestant, left viewers absolutely speechless. It all started innocently enough. The contestant, a bubbly 29-year-old named Ella from Kent, introduced herself with a bright smile and a surprising backstory. "I'm a wedding planner," she told Bradley, twiddling her fingers nervously. "Been doing it for 6 years. I've seen just about everything, from runaway grooms to a cake collapse mid-vow." Bradley grinned. "Sounds chaotic, but romantic." Then came the moment that would send social media into meltdown. "So what's the strangest rule you've had to enforce at a wedding?" he asked, expecting perhaps something about shoes or speeches. Ella laughed. "Oh, easy, the no red dress rule." Bradley raised an eyebrow. "Sorry, what's that?" Ella leaned in. "There's a superstition that if a guest wears red to a wedding, it means they've been with the groom." The studio gasped. Even the Vixen, sitting behind her usual podium of power, widened her eyes. "You're joking," Bradley blurted, clearly stunned. "That's a thing?" Ella nodded. "In certain circles, yes. It's an old custom, mostly ignored now, but I've actually had brides ban the color red entirely. One even made her bridesmaids check guests at the door. Laughter rippled through the studio, but Twitter was already exploding. Wait, what? If someone wears red, they've been with the groom? Hashtag the chase. That girl just exposed half my cousin's wedding guest list. No wonder the drama was spicy. Hashtag wedding rule. Hashtag the chase. I wore red to my friend's wedding. Should I be worried? Hashtag the chase. Back on the show, Bradley shook his head. I've heard of something old, something new, but this is something scandalous. Ella shrugged, smirking. Hey, weddings are like game shows, full of surprises and drama. She eventually walked away with £9,000 after a gripping head-to-head against the vixen, but it was her little-known wedding trivia that stole the spotlight. By the next morning, clips of the exchange had gone viral. Wedding planners chimed in online, confirming that the red dress superstition, while not widely practiced, was indeed real and more common than people thought. HiTV even released a cheeky statement on the chase's Instagram. We learn something new every day. Would you ban red at your wedding? From a simple trivia show to a cultural flashpoint, the chase once again proved it could ignite national conversation, even about wedding etiquette. As one fan so aptly put it, came for the quiz, stayed for the scandal. Hashtag the chase never disappoints.